Welcome to the Octopod. I'm Kyle Davies, head of the Office of the CTO. Join us as we dive into the latest technologies and trends shaping business. Whether you're a tech enthusiast, a business leader, or just looking to stay ahead in the digital age, this podcast is for you. Let's unlock opportunities with technology together. Let's jump in.
And we're going to delve into the announcements and thoughts and feelings from HPE Discover. And we're joined by our own Kyle Davies. Kyle, do you want to introduce yourself to everyone?
Sure, thanks, Rob. Hi, everyone. I'm Kyle Davies. I'm the head of the Office of the CTO at CDW, and I just had the great pleasure of going to HPE Discover.
In part one, we talked about the event in general and also the release of HPE's Hypervisor or virtualization capability. And in this edition, we are going to be covering the joyous topic of AI that is top of mind. Kyle, I mean, you talked about in the first one that we had Jensen on stage and there was some, big partnerships. Well, what was the AI vibe from the event, and what was the sort of the conversations that were going on around the expo halls, etc.?
Yeah, so I think to think about the keynote as a starting place, right? It was hosted in the Sphere. Right? So you're inside this big dome and you've got massive monitors and they're trying to make it as immersive, as engaging as possible. It's the first ever keynote done in the Sphere, right? Outside of like performances from bands and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it was like, I would say, a once in a lifetime experience. It probably won't be in a few months' time. And someone else, well, it was the first in a lifetime for me. And it was really good. I think from an AI perspective, we had a lot of kind of history talked about with regards to where AI has come from predictive and classification through to generative and how it's now more contextually aware, all those kind of things. And I don't want to repeat all of that because everyone's been done AI to death.
Brainwashed with it all the last 12 months, yeah.
But I think the key thing for me was Jensen was on stage, so he turned up in his black leather jacket. But realistically, he came on, they did the whole high five thing and great partnership. But if you look behind that and the messaging that was being given, the reason why the partnership was so strong, outside of HPE having 5 of the top 10 performing supercomputers in the world, right? And so we ignore that bit because most of it runs on NVIDIA, right, as accelerators, is the cooling element. So HPE have massive manufacturing capability for cooling. So whether that's direct feed or closed loop. And most people think of that and go, oh, it's just cooling, it's fans, it's cold air. No, it's water, it's a few other complexities that go with it. But what they are really good at now is manufacturing that and getting that into their systems. So HPE have equivalent DL360, 380 direct feed or closed loop cooling capability. And you can actually retrofit them to some of your servers as well. You can buy them as separate kits.
It's pretty good. Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty good. And why is that important? And well, we all know accelerators use a lot of power, which produce a lot of heat. And if we don't cool them down, they don't become as performant. So there's some statistics that were out there back end of last year that with incorrect cooling, you can lose up to 30% of your accelerator performance, your GPU performance.
Given the cost of accelerators and the workloads you're trying to get, we don't want to be losing that.
And then more importantly, because there's a lot of people out there that are looking at immersion for cooling purposes. Could you imagine walking into a current Equinix or Node 4 data center in the UK with what looks like fridge freezers with servers inside? It's not going to be widely adopted yet, right? Because of the way that it would stack and provide density of customers and equipment in a room.
There's also, I think, a challenge around serviceability for them platforms as well. So you want to change a DIMM module out or something like that, you've got to, down the system, out, drain, dry, replace, reimmerse. It's an operational challenge versus a lot of the DLC boxes I've been looking at are usually field serviceable, the same as a normal server are. So
it's just
operationally, that is a big step in the right direction.
Yeah, and I think the key thing there for me is it offers you that end-to-end capability. We touched in part one around the hypervisor of bare metal and Kubernetes overlays and all that kind of stuff. This is then just another piece to that puzzle to offer an end-to-end capability. So that the whole right workload, right platform conversation that we like to have, it's another piece of the puzzle. So what did they actually announce? They announced HPE Private Cloud AI, right? What is it? It is basically some instance servers, t-shirt size models from small to extra large that are created to do certain types of AI workload. And the idea behind it is that you order it off that t-shirt size, you give it the information on the order, like the IP address and host names and all that kind of stuff, and it turns up plug and play, right? Okay. You turn it on and it has your model ready for you. It has the data lake already being built. It has everything ready with the right firmware versions. It's AI plug and play. Right? Think of it that way.
Taking all of the connectivity challenges, architecture, storage, all that.
Yeah,
sort of
it's basically AI in a rack, if you think of it that way. And what that then means is that your time to value on what you're trying to achieve is less and less. And it also means you don't have to worry about setting up all the Kubernetes service meshes in there and looking at how are we going to get the language model structures scalable. Because that's all done for you within the platform using HPE AI Foundation Essentials or whatever it's called. I remember the exact name off the top of my head. And then you've got the NVIDIA Enterprise Suite on top as well.
I guess all the new Nemo models, etc.
All the NIMs and Nemo and everything's all there for it to plug into. It has Hugging Face integration to pull down your own custom models if you need to as well. So it offers that kind of bring a model in and refine it kind of approach rather than build from scratch. Right?
Yeah,
these t-shirt sizes are
RAG and fine-tuning type.
Inference, fine-tune, and RAG as the main areas. And if you actually look at the configurations for them, they actually give you a view of what they reckon is best. So let me just give you a bit of a view here. So small is supposedly best for, and I'm using the word supposedly because I've not done it myself, right?
Yeah.
Is inferencing. And that is going to give you between 4 and 8 NVIDIA L40Ss, 30 terabyte to 248 terabytes of storage, 100 gigabit Ethernet NVIDIA networking capability. And that will consume up to 8 kilowatts of rack power. So that's your small. Your medium is providing inferencing and RAG potential capability. That again is 8 to 16 NVIDIA L40Ss. You got 109 to 390 terabytes of storage, 200 gigabit of Ethernet NVIDIA networking, and up to 17.7 kilowatts of power draw. All right, then we start getting into the realms of, will it go in my rack? Or into a facility with power. Get large, could be used for inferencing, RAG, or fine-tuning. Or and, depending on how you want to do it. So that's 16 to 32 NVIDIA H100s.
I wondered where that switch would come then from the 40Ss to the H's.
It starts to get expensive too. And we get 670 terabytes to 188 terabytes, 400 gigabit Ethernet NVIDIA networking, and 25 kilowatt times 2, right? 50 kilowatts. Now, there's a reason they don't put 50 because it looks a lot, right? So if you put 25 times 2, then it looks slightly smaller.
Does that mean that we're actually looking at potentially 2 systems there, though, so you could deploy them across multiple racks?
Yeah, it is. It comes as multiple racks. So if you look at the
times 25 is quite important when you're thinking about your colo facility.
Yeah, if you go to the HP website, you can see the layouts and designs that come. So it's multiple racks. And then the extra large, take it a step further again, inferencing RAG fine tuning, 12 to 24 NVIDIA GH200s.
Oh, the new boys.
Yeah, the new ones. And again, 670 terabytes to 1,088 terabytes, 800 gigabit Ethernet NVIDIA networking, and again, 25 kilowatt times 2 power draw requirements. So I feel that power is quite low for what's in that server.
They've done well there. I guess that's a lot of that will have the water cooling stuff built in.
Water cooling, and then also you got to think about the power efficiencies that the new GPUs have as well. So it kind of offsets. You can see the difference there, right? You're getting a significant amount more capable power.
I mean, the X and the XL is, same power, but a far more, same power draw for more grunt effectively, which is,
And one of the statistics that the HP shouted about on the day was that using one of their bundles, they didn't say which one, right? But one of their bundles for inferencing, you could see up to a 5x cost efficiency compared to running it in the public cloud.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
So
it doesn't surprise me at all.
It's great numbers, right? We need to see it in the wild, right? This is brand spanking new, and we don't have pricing yet, right? So that's going to be fun when we see that.
And this will be under the GreenLake models, so it'll be managed from that cloud management platform, and then the option to take it as consumable if you choose to.
Yeah, GreenLake or direct is like as in like one-offs is up to you.
Yeah, you can pay for it up front, or you can analyze it, but then you'll get all of that reporting back through the GreenLake platform. You get around analytics, sustainability, all of that sort of
stuff. So sustainability insights will be there then, so you can see your impact on the environment for one of these workloads, right? So HP are very conscious of the sustainability impact of their platforms they're putting to market. If you think about they outline they have zero waste going into landfill as an organization. So there's things that they're very conscious of from an ESG perspective. So this is just making sure they're following that as an ethos for their business.
And it's a difficult balance, isn't it? We spent the last few years driving power and cooling out of our estates to be more sustainable. And then someone comes along with this great AI innovation piece, and unfortunately the back end of it is a lot of power and cooling and a lot of storage potentially as well. So
and I think
got to get them efficiencies right somewhere.
Yeah, and I think if you look on the HP website as well, they now have the sort of the special source now outlined for those packages, and it has its own data lake platform and architecture built in, right? So we'll think that Electra MP for the storage ultimately.
Yeah.
Esmeralda kind of overlay. Yeah, and what they're doing there is they're giving you a unified storage approach for the data lake, which means that you don't have to go away and build one. It's already going to be there when you turn it on.
Yeah.
Right? All you need to do is make sure it's got data to ingest
and connect
and use. Exactly.
Yeah.
And to give you an idea, so I actually went on the demo and had to play with this. And I managed, chatbots aren't that cool anymore, right? Everyone can build one of those. But to give you an idea, within 3 clicks, I did it in 5. It might have been more me than them. That got me a chatbot on some private data up and running.
Wow.
So if we think about time to value on your own private data at that point,
Pretty
ignoring the clicks that it takes to set up the system when you first turn it on,
yeah.
to then deploy that chatbot and all the node deployments and everything else that come as part of the Kubernetes platform and stuff, it's 5 clicks.
We really worked hard on the operational side of that then, haven't we? Which is one of the big challenges our customers are having. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, and I think in the next one of these, we're going to talk about OpsRamp, right? And that's where then the special source starts really come in around how we actually do observability against these AI workloads.
And I think that's a great segue into the third part, really. So thanks for that, Kyle, and we'll see you all on part 3. Thanks for listening. I've been Rob Sims, Chief Technologist for CDW.
And I've been Kyle Davies, Head of the Office of the CTO. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Be sure to check out the back catalogue for more great insights. Don't forget to subscribe via your favourite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. We appreciate your support. If you have a topic you want us to cover, feel free to reach out. Catch you next time.